what is the attitude that you have to learn? Now, what do I mean by that? Everybody has different attitudes to learning. You see, a couple years ago, I used to only think, well, you learn through different methods, books, listening to, going to university, going to school. There's a different kind of methods of learning. You know that. But what's your attitude towards learning? See, when I was at first year university, I was very arrogant in the fact that there's only certain people that I can learn from. I can't learn from anybody else. I can only learn from professors because they know a lot and blah 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 blah. That was my mentality. I thought that nobody can teach me except the professors. Because they know a lot. Successful business people, they know a lot. They can teach me everything. And that's not completely right. That was my mentality I had then. And the reason why I wasn't growing is because I had an arrogant mentality. The fact that nobody else can teach me and only a minority can teach me because they've been to uni, because they're very successful, they've had and that could be one of them. But that was a wrong mentality to have to learning. Now, what do you mean by that? I mean the fact that I grew more now because I just learned a principle. And back to John Maxwell, he says that every individual has an attitude to learn. And he broke them down to 3. And see if you can figure out where would you lie. There's the first category is that no one can teach me anything. That's an arrogant attitude. The fact you assume that you have all the answers. And there was a point in my life which I was like that I knew everything, and yet I didn't know anything. I had no idea, but I was so arrogant that I assumed I knew everything. There's a second category, which is someone can teach me anything. That's a naive attitude. The fact you're seeing that one person can teach you everything, you're naive, because there's no way in hell that one person can teach you anything. Because one person has got enough experience to teach you everything. You don't have, if you're a businessman professional, you don't have one mentor, you'd have multiple mentors. Because you get different perspectives from different individual mentors. Some mentors will see one aspect differently because of their experience. Another person will give you a different point of view. That's why you'd have that. And the third category, this is where the category where everybody should be at, or which I was not, and I didn't. And this is the third category John Maxwell likes, and he's like, this is where he's at, this is where most people should be at. And he goes, so the third attitude is everyone can teach me something. And that is your teachable attitude. That right now is what I'm getting the hang of. So every conversation that I have, I don't neglect because they're at uni, therefore they don't know anything. No. They can teach me something. And it's phenomenal once you start getting that. Once you start using that, every conversation you have, you're actually present. Because I used to have some conversations because I already neglected the individual. Yes, I was talking to them, but I was not present. So anything they said is just going straight through my head. My head was not there. Now every conversation I'm present with the individual, so any information they give me, it's just a conversation. You just get these little nuggets, these little things you just do not even expect to get in that conversation, and it just blows your mind. And you just add it back into your book. It's like, wow, this right here, this is powerful. And that could change aspects of your life. You don't understand, like, there's days when I've gone out and my mentality it was a bit shooken up. And I've talked to someone and what they've said has brought me back. What they've said has grounded me. And it was just a conversation with someone I didn't even know. But the fact that I was present allowed me to retain that information. And that's the power of it. So right now I'm getting immersed in the fact that every conversation I have, everybody that I meet, regardless of who you are, regardless of what education background you have, regardless of anything else, everyone that I meet and have a conversation with can teach me something. And that is a teachable attitude, and that is growth itself. Are you willing to be taught by everybody you meet? Now, I'm not saying that you take everything they say. Just be present in the conversation, and there'll be certain things you can pick up. I've had conversations where it's just gone, and I would not of taking the advice they give me, I just threw out. And you have some other conversations where someone just gives you a story of themselves, and then you pick out something from it, and it's like, wow, this thing right here, the way they overcome this obstacle, the trials and tribulations they overcome, then that is a story in itself of how they did it. And if you get into a conversation with another person that is in that similar situation, they're going through that trials and tribulations, well, this one here has got out of it and they found a solution for it. Because you were present in this conversation, you could take the solution that they found to get out of their troubles and recommend it to this individual, and how, if they implemented that, they could possibly help them get out of the situation. But the fact you were present and you were learning from them is the only reason you have a solution to that individual's problem. So I'll leave you with this, my friends. We all need to start to develop a teachable attitude, because that allows us to retain more information, and that allows us to use that information to help other people. Remember, first investment, the number one investment is ourselves. The second investment is investing in people. So number one, we need to grow, and second, we need to grow other people. All right, peace. Take care.